Hello there and welcome to my channel. This is Non-Gone and today we're playing Death Stranding, the original non-director's cut PS4 version. We're in video 7 of our detailed walkthrough of a speed platinum walkthrough, which is trying to get the trophies as quickly as possible. This is all post-commentary. I've already done the run. My time was 45 hours and 43 minutes real time, which was enough to be first place on PSN profiles, but I think it was a terrible run. The second half was a disaster, and you could do a lot better, like at least 20 hours better. And to that end, I'm putting this detailed walkthrough out. I'm focusing more on what I think you could do better and less on what I actually did, because I don't want to just give you bad tips. So we are in video 7. As I said, the last video we were focusing on the eastern end of Central Region here, and we mostly got everybody over there 5-starred except for Lake Knot and South Knot City and maybe a little bit of the way station. We're going to do some stuff that's a little bit off track on this video. Instead of working on prepper after prepper getting the 5-star, we're going to work on the bigger areas. So we're going to be doing a lot of truck deliveries. We're also going to do that obnoxious, annoying third pizza delivery where you got to carry it. Veteran prepper is down here too, and we're going to 5-star him as well, and that's a whole separate section. So bear with me if this one's a little bit longer. I've been cutting these to like 10 minutes, but this one's probably going to be closer to 30. I'll do the best I can though to be concise and to get you through where you got to go. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm showing a screenshot of a Google shared doc, which I'll post a link to in the descriptions. I found this on Reddit. Whoever made this, thank you. It's awesome. The most important thing is it lists all like 600 deliveries and they're searchable by column. So have this up while you're making this run. I have it searched right now by likes because we're looking at the larger truck deliveries, but you can search it by destination and it'll tell you where to go to get deliveries for places. Very hugely helpful. Plus it has the number of packages, which is huge because you will find that the weight doesn't hurt you, but then there's like 30 packages for a delivery and it's still 3 trips. So anyway, just keep that in mind. What I suggest you do, and this might not be the best way, but I'm going to give you at least some sort of hint for this and way to do it, is start at the first distribution center, the one south of Lake Knot City. Look for delivery number 477 going to the other distribution center. If you need points for the way station and have any deliveries, take that as well. We're also stopping by the Craftsman. I don't know if you care about that much, but load up your level 3 truck if you got it. If not, use what you have. Store-bought is fine. And head directly up to the Craftsman. So generally follow the path that you have before, and then head left. There's a little T in the road, and that'll take you straight to the Craftsman. At the Craftsman, you want to pick up a delivery that should be there that's going to the first prepper. If you did not do his fetch quest in pregame and while you were doing the story, it probably won't be available to you, so you'll have to come get it in a separate trip. But as long as you're driving by, grab it now. The next place you're going to stop is that way station up there. Head to the left of where the road is or isn't and stay by the river to avoid the BTs, and then take the truck all the way up that same spine we did when we first came here and stop at the way station, make any delivery that you need to for that, and pick up the other delivery for the first prepper and throw that on your truck. From there, you should be able to go downhill and see a road or what will become a road. And when you get to the incinerator here, do not resist the temptation to go left by the pine trees. There's a terrorist camp down there and they will absolutely F you up on this difficulty. The terrain's bad. The people are bad. They'll pull you out of your truck. It's just bad news. You don't want no part of that. There's no need for this. Just go around to the right and up through this pass. You got to cross over a little chasm. It's no big deal, but it's all safe. It's pretty quick and you can get to the distro. Drop all that off, take your cargo for your first prepper and put it in the private locker. You'll need that later in the next video, so just leave it where it's at. From this distribution center, there is a real large delivery that's going to the Timefall farm, and I believe it is delivery number 517. So that's your next goal, is to take this delivery to the Timefall farm. It'll give you like 2,300 likes or something when you get there. You definitely want to do that. Repair your truck by sticking it in the garage and taking it back out if you need to. Also, I know there's another delivery that's going to the way station, and I think it might be 459, something around there. So if you need points for the way station, now's your chance. Grab that as well and put it on your truck. Drive exactly back the same way you just came, drop it off at the way station, drive all the way back to the distro center, just like you just did. Don't worry about stops or anything. And when you get to the distribution center, you should have a route that goes pretty good to the timefall farm. So let's go ahead and do it. You head behind there and across that first chasm, either by bridge or up over the hill. Go around the mule camp there, wait for the red rocks, and then head down to the junk dealer. We've made this trip 4 or 5 times by now. When you get to the lake, you want to hug the lake and then be very careful. There's a BT field here, and you can drive through it, but you're going to have to memorize where the BTs are. If you do happen to run into one, just let them pull you out and throw you around a bit. The terrain's pretty easy. You can just run until it goes away. Get back in your truck. It didn't hurt the cargo at all, so you should be fine. Now from here, you just follow the same route that we used to get Mama over to Mountain Knot City. Just head for the corner of the freeway there, and then drop down to the river and cross the river. You're now on pretty flat ground. You're going to the Timefall farm. You do have to go through that mule camp. You should be all right. So go ahead and do that. Make the delivery. It will not 5-star the Timefall farm, but it will take it to like 2 likes before 5-star. And all you got to do is find a piece of cargo laying around and give it to them, and that'll be it for Timefall. So you should have a safe house down here, either yourself that you built way early in the game or an online one. Take your truck and put it in the garage. You're going to need it to come back out of here. But in the meantime, we got to do the veteran porter, and this guy takes a while. He's one of the difficult ones that you got to wait for emails and stuff. So he is up this hill right here, and you'll need a trike probably to get up there the first time because he's not on the network. And when you get up there, you want to look for a piece of lost cargo that's down the hill right here. And there's no other way to get him to start building a rapport with him than this particular piece of lost cargo right here. I think there is one over by the paleontologist, but to get it here is like 15 minutes of walking, and this one's like 4 seconds. So pick it up, drop it off. It'll get you to just before 1-star. Now, what we're going to do is the old sleep and wait for email strategy. So get back on the vehicle that you came up here on and drive back to your safe house and rest in your private room. Now, it's been a while probably since you rested, so you probably got a lot of emails coming. You can only get 2 at a time. So just go ahead and rest and then leave and then rest again and get your 2 more emails until you get 2, I think, from the veteran porter. So you'll get 1 and you want to read it, and then you want to rest again and get another one. And once he stops sending you emails, then you can go back up there. Once you get up there, you want to save your game and then exit to the title screen and then hit continue. And when you load back in, that same piece of cargo that you had will respawn. It'll be right in the same spot. Just pick it up and give it to him. And continue to do that. Save, reload, give it to him until he's no longer giving you any progression on his 2nd star. So that's going to be, I think, about 5 of these. I know it takes a while, but trust me, it's easier than finding deliveries for him and building zip lines out here. Once you do that, you should be able to build, because he's on the network now at least, even if he hasn't joined the cult, you should be able to build a zip line down to your safe house. So go ahead and do that, and that'll save you trouble later. We are going to dismantle it when we're done, but at least for now, it'll get you there quicker than the trike or the truck, whatever you're using. So go ahead back to your safe house and rest again until you get email from him, and then read that and rest again and make sure you don't get any other emails. Then zip on back up, save and reload to the first prepper again, and give him a delivery. And that should get you to the 3rd star, and he should say, yeah, I want to join your cult. So now he's on board. The next thing you want to do after that is head down to the Timefall farm. And there's a delivery for him, and I've been saving it for this very reason, because I wanted to make sure that all the likes for this delivery counted. And once he's on the UCA, you don't have to rest and wait for any more emails. You can go straight to 5 stars and not stop anymore. There may be a lost cargo on the way that gives higher likes, so grab that if it's there. And we may be able to zip scum. Again, I mentioned this in the beginning of the last video. We may be able to zipline back and forth and force more likes for this delivery. I never did test that. You're welcome to in your own practice run if you want to beat my time. It might save you a whole bunch of saving and reloading for this. So, keep that in mind. But anyway, make your delivery. That should take him up to somewhere around the 5th star area, at which point you want to just save and reload with that same piece of cargo until he's completely 5-starred, and you are done with the veteran porter. You can zip back to your safe house, rest if you want, whatever, doesn't matter. And you can dismantle all your zip lines, because unless you're going to get crazy, there's no reason to keep these down here. They don't go to anywhere from anywhere, so we're not coming back here. So there you go. That's the next step in this great grand odyssey that is doing the onerous missions. Okay, so now it's time for the pizza delivery, and I don't like doing this, but you know, you got to do it sometime. At least you got a level 3 speed skeleton at this point. I don't know how well that serves you. There's a couple different ways you can do this. First off, you got to pick it up at the timefall farm, so go ahead and do that. And you're going to have to take it all the way up to Pete, but he wants some champagne. What an SOB. So you got to hand carry it. You cannot get on a vehicle. You cannot get on a zip line. You can't take a truck. You can't use, I guess you could probably use a floating carrier. I don't know, but it's fragile. It's timed. It's just obnoxious. I would grab a couple of PCCs and then whatever cargo you need to make sure the pizza's flat. And honestly, I'd just start legging it with my speed skeleton all the way up to the weather station. If you need battery, then just throw down a generator, charge your battery, and then dismantle the generator. Although we're at a point where we're pretty efficient with zip lines, so we don't even really need bandwidth at this point. But, you know, from the weather station, you could kind of just head directly for the waypoint. This will be fraught with peril, though. You're going to run through a mule camp. That's the same one from the first prepper fetch quest. So they're hard and they will shoot at you. So you want a full battery on that if you can. You're going to have to cross a couple of rivers that are deep. So make sure you got enough battery to jump them or double jump, and that you're light enough that you can get across. Or, you know, you could go the slow way and walk across by the timefall farm and stuff. I don't know that would help you, though. It's a lot longer and it's still got just as much peril. You'll still fight BTs and mules either way. So anyway, do the best you can. Get your route down, whatever you're comfortable with. And once you get done with Peter, breathe a big sigh of relief and head over to the first place you can fast travel. Maybe there's a safe house there that one of your friends put down. Maybe not. Maybe you got to go to Lake Knot. And lo and behold, we're going to fast travel right back to the timefall farm. So go ahead and do that. Okay. So once you finish the timefall, the pizza delivery, we're going to get into the Lake Knot delivery. And these are timed, so be careful about it. But you got a truck, a level 3. So pick up this beer thing, beer, what is it? Large consignment of beer for a party. It's delivery number 228, and it goes from the timefall farm to Lake Knot City. So pick that up, throw it in your truck, go exactly the same way you just came. And instead of turning left and going to the distro there, stay straight and head for the film director. The film director's got another time delivery that's going to Lake Knot that also gives you like 1,000 likes. And that is the defective chiral printer cartridges. It's delivery number 381. And so pick that up and throw it on your truck as well. And you should be able to deliver both of those and get at least one S rank out of that and get about 5,000 likes for your buddy at Lake Knot. So if you weren't at 5 stars before, you should be now. So good job. Yeah, we got Timefall Farm done. We got Lake Knot done. We got a big chunk of the way to the distro center. Now we've just got a couple other deliveries and we'll be moving on. So I'll be right back. So we're mostly done here. We're sitting at Lake Knot. We still haven't done any big deliveries for South Knot or Mountain Knot, so let's see how we can do that. There's a delivery here that's number 438, large consignment of preserved food rations that's going to South Knot. Gives you like 2,000 likes. I'm not sure that's available. That might be speculation. I think that might be one of those that is like hidden behind some other deliveries. But if it's there, take it. If not, then it's time to probably consult the spreadsheet here and do what you can on your own. Try to get a couple thousand likes somewhere down to South Knot from wherever you go. I do know that there's a delivery from South Knot to Mountain Knot, and it's a difficult drive. I'm not going to lie, but it is definitely worth the drive, and it's a great drive for our last little trip here. It is, let's see, what do we got? It is delivery 515, soil samples from near the Crater Lake, and it's 3,200 likes. You need them for Mountain Knot. It's definitely worth the trip. Take the route that you learned with Mama, and you should be okay. Just again, head over the lake or head over the river south of the waterfall, go across the plains, drive up into the mountains, head left where the roboticist lost cargo was, then head up over the back there and downhill. It's really hard to do in a truck. Just take your time and do your best. It's going to take a while, but you get almost 3,000 likes for it or more, and that saves you from having to mess around with Mountain Knot City. Now, if you want to get cute, as one little bonus thing, there is a delivery from the doctor that's timed that's going to the distro center in the northwest corner, DC2. And I think there's another big delivery from Mountain Knot that's going to that same place. And if you want to grab those and make one final run down the hill, again, you have a route memorized from when you were doing the storyline. So it's a little harder in a truck, but it's a lot easier than building zip lines. So head on over there. That should have gotten you at least 2,000 or 3,000 likes for every one of the large areas. You've also knocked out the veteran porter on this one, and you've done the really hard pizza delivery. So all in all, I'd say it's a pretty successful run. I'm going to stop right here, and we're going to head into part 8, where we're going to, I don't know yet. I don't know what we're going to do yet. Again, I didn't like the way my run went on this part, so I'm kind of making it up as I go. But I think maybe we'll run up into the mountains and knock that out. So first prepper might be a good idea. But yeah, in the meantime, stay bad, people. Non-gone is gone.